Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are understanding about the design of LUL channels or the unlined LUL channels using Kennedy's theory. In the previous video lectures, we are understanding the design of LUL unlined channels using the Lacy's theory. Now, after long investigation, R.G. Kennedy arrived at a theory which states that the silt carried by the flowing water in channel is kept in suspension by the vertical components of eddy current, which is formed over the entire bedwidth of the channel, and it is suspended still rises up gently towards the surface. So, Kennedy make the following assumptions to support his theory. The eddy current is developed due to roughness of bed. In the previous, we cannot justify the eddy currents. The quality of the suspended silt is proportional to the bed width. It is applicable to those channels which are flowing through the bed consisting of sandy silt or same grade of silt. It is applicable to those channels which are flowing through the bed consisting of sandy silt or same grade of silt. But in practical cases, that is not possible. Now, we established the idea of critical velocity. We have previously discussed the term critical velocity, which is a make channel free from silting or scouring. So, we established some of the relations between critical velocity and the full supply depth. V0 is equal to C into D raised to N, where the value of C and air were found as 0.546, 0.546 multiplied by D raised to 0.64. Again, they realized that the critical velocity was affected by the grade of silt, so he introduced another factor M. M is known as critical velocity ratio. It is called CVR. We are understanding what is the critical velocity ratio. V0 is equal to 0.546 into M into D raised to 0.64. Now there may be some of the drawbacks of Kennedy's theory. It is limited to average regime channel only. It should not be applied for all types of regime channels. The design of channel is based on the trial and error methods. It not give a proper and accurate equations for design. Value of m is was fixed arbitrarily, means it was based on the calculation or arithmetically. So the silt charge and silt grade are not considered, because if the silt grade and silt charge was different, so that may be a difference in scouring and silting phenomena. There may be no equation for determining the base slope, and it's depend on Coulter equation only. We are previously seen for the base slope determination equation, Coulter's equation. The ratio of B to D has no significance in this theory, because if we are decreasing the bed width and increasing the depth, the velocity may be differ. Now, our initial design procedure was that first we have to find out critical velocity. We are, after that we have to use the Chase's formula. V is equal to C into Rs raised to 1 by 2, where m is the critical velocity ratio, D is equal to full supply depth, R is equal to hydraulic mean depth, S is equal to base slope as a 1 in n, where the value of C is calculated by the Coulter's formula. C is equal to 1 upon n plus 23 plus 0.00155 upon S, and that are the Coulter's equation we have to use to find out the value of C. where the n is equal to rugosity coefficient. We are previously discussed about that. B by D ratio is assumed between 3.15 to 12, and discharge formula is same. And the universal for discharge formula we use Q is equal to A into V. Full supply depth is fixed by the trial to satisfy the value of M. Generally, the trial depth is assumed between 1 meter to 2 meter. If the condition is not satisfied within this limit, then we have to assume accordingly. Now, see in our first problem. Design an irrigation channel with the following data. Suppose our full supply level is 6 qmax, rugosity coefficient is 0.0225, CVR critical velocity ratio is equal to 1, base slope is 1 in 5000. Assume other reasonable data for the design. First, we have to assume the trial depth. First, we have to assume the depth. Depth we think we can take between 1 to 2. 1.5 meter we have assumed depth. Critical velocity is equal to 0.546 into 1 into d raised to 0.64. That are the formula for critical velocity, 0.564 m d raised to 0.64. So d is equal to 1.5 we have assumed previously, and value is 0.707. As m is equal to 1, so v is equal to v0. That are the formulas. Now area is equal to q by v. Q by v. V is equal to 0.707, and our full supply discharge is 6 qmax, right? So 6 divided by 0.707, so area is 8.49 meters square. Sorry, there may be some of the mistakes. A is equal to 2b plus 3 divided by 2 multiplied by d. 2b plus 2d divided by 2 into d. That are the formula for calculation of area. So 2b plus 3 divided by 2 into 1.5 is equal to d is equal to 1.5. So we have put here 1.5, and upper side we have put 3 because 2d. 1.5b plus 2.25 is equal to 4.16. Now put the value of area in another side. Area is 8.49, and put into that equation, and we can get the value of b is equal to 4.16 meter. P is equal to b plus 2 under root 2d. That are the formula. 2 under root 2d. D is equal to 1.5 we are previously assumed. So we can get the value of P is equal to 8.40 meter, and R is equal to A by P. Hydraulic radius, hydraulic mean depth is equal to A by P is equal to 1 meter. By Cooter's equation, we are put that data, rugosity coefficient value and the slope value, M value, into that equation, and we can get the value of C. And now we have to put the value into the changes formula. We to C into under root RS. R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 0.0002. So we can get the value 0.629 meter per second. That are the velocity. After the finding the critical velocity, we have to check the our critical velocity are less than 1. So our channel is non-scouring, non-silting channel. So our critical velocity ratio, it gives the idea about what is the channel condition. Our value is 0.889, is less than the 1. As the CVR is much less than 1, the channel will be in silting, because if CVR is 1, so no scouring, no silting will occur. If the CVR is greater than 1, the scouring will occur, and if CVR is less than 1, the silting will occur. So we have to get design that type of section by changing the value of D for the assumed value of D, so it gives the accurate or nearly about the CVR value 1. So that are the trial and error method. We have to calculate many times by using this formula and to get the satisfactory result. Now that are the second tire. Now we are assuming the depth is 1.25. All the calculations are same. Now CVR is 0.97. Is nearly about 1. So that is okay. Perfectly 1 is sometimes not possible. So that is okay. Problem number 2. They find maximum discharge through irrigation channel having a bed width of 4 meter and the full supply depth is 1.50 meter, and n value is given is that 0.02, s value is 0.002, slide slope is 1 gem 1. We have to assume the reasonable data if necessary. Whether the channel will be in scouring or silting, we have to also comment on that our channel is scouring or not in the silting condition. Another problem is given is that we have to design the irrigation channel with a given data of B by D ratio. In that case, B by D ratio is given. In that case, the discharge is not given, but we have to find out the maximum discharge. Like we have to find out the value of Q. That are the three cases I previously discussed, and in that case also we have to design for three cases. Now the cross sectional area is 4 plus 7 by 2, right? 4 plus 7, that value is given into the data previously. So 4 plus 7 by 2, and our depth assumption is 1.5 meter. The depth is not given, but we are assuming that depth 8.25 meter square. Wetted perimeter is same by using this formula. B plus 2 under root D square plus D square. That are the wetted perimeter. Hydraulic depth R is equal to A by P. Manning's formula is common 1 upon N R2 by 3 S1 by 2. Put that value. Discharge Q is equal to A into V. A is equal to 8.25. Area is given 8.25. V is equal to 0.707. That data is given into that. So we can calculate that values. So our discharge is 5.83 Qmax, right? That are the maximum discharge is 5.83 Qmax. Now we have to comment the channel will be in scouring or silting. So first we have to calculate the critical velocity ratio. So first we should require the V0, right? Critical velocity and actual velocity. Critical velocity 0.546 into m into d raised to 0.64. That are the formula. So d value is 1.50 raised to 0.64. So v0 is equal to 0.707 meter per second. Now critical velocity ratio, the mean velocity by the changes formula is required. The value of c is equal to 23 plus 0.00155 upon 0.000 by 2 plus 1 upon 0.2. 1 plus 23 plus 0.00155 upon 0.0002 multiply by 0.002 upon under root 1, because that are the Cotter's equation, right? For finding the value using the Cotter's equation we are previously given on slides. So value of c is equal to 50. Putting the data into the mean velocity or the changes formula, c under root rs. R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0.0002. So the value is 0.707 meter per second. Critical velocity is equal to V upon V0, actual velocity upon critical velocity. Now V0 is equal to 0.707 and actual velocity is 0.707. So value is 1. CVR is 1. So the our channel is non-scouring, non-silting channel or the perfect regime channel. Now we have to design the channel with following data. The data is same because some of the portion is not showing here. So data is same as previous. In that case only B by D ratio is given. So B by D is equal to 4. So B is equal to 4 into D. We put value of B as a 4D. So area is equal to B plus D into D. So 4D plus D into D is equal to 5D square. Area is equal to 5D square. Critical velocity is equal to 0.546 into D raised to 0.64. M is equal to 1 and V0 is equal to V. Because we have to assume M is equal to 1. M is equal to 1 is why? Because we have to design non-scouring, non-silting channel. Non-scouring, non-silting channel. The B is equal to bandwidth and D is equal to full supply depth. First we have to assume. After that put the value of M and V0 and V into the equation number. Q is equal to A into V. 10 is equal to 5D square multiplied by 0.546 into D raised to 0.64. Put the value of A value is 4D plus D 5D square. That value is okay. 5D square plus V value is 0.546 into D raised to 0.64. Now we can separate the value of D from this given equation. The discharge is given 10 Qmax, so Q value is available. AV putting by equation 1 and 2, and we can get the value of D is equal to 1.64 meter. Now finding the all the parameter B, A, P, R, V by putting the value of D into the various equations, and we can get the value of B is 6.56 meter, A is equal to 13.545 meter and P is equal to 11.20 meter and R is equal to 1.20 meter and V0 is equal to 0.749 meter. Now we are using the Bazins formula, right? Because we do not have any rugosity coefficient and any other value, so we have only Bazins constant K. K is given in the data 1.3, so we have to use Bazins formula. As per Bazins formula, C is equal to 87 upon 1 plus K under root R. So C is equal to 87 upon 1 plus K value is 1.3 and R value is 1.20. Hydraulic mean depth 1.20 is equal to 39.7. By Chase's formula, the mean velocity is V is equal to C under root RS. C value, by using the C value we can get the value of S. So we have all data like bed slope, bed width, full supply depth and channel slope. So we have designing this channel. Unlined channel design on alluvial soil by Lacy's theory. We are knowing about the what is the Lacy's theory. Now this theory is said that the silt carried by the flowing water is kept in suspension by the vertical component of a dish. Eddies are generated at all the points, and the weighted perimeter on the channel section, again he assumed that the hydraulic mean radius as the variable factor, and he recognized the importance of silt grid for which introduce a factor which is called a silt factor F. V is equal to under root 2 upon F into R, where the F is equal to silt factor and R is equal to hydraulic mean radius. Now F is equal to 1.76 into under root BMM. BMM is equal to mean particle size. Another equation for AF square is equal to 140 V raised to 5. There are the velocity equation given by Lacies. V is from the converting that equation into the velocity, V is equal to Q into F square upon 140 raised to 1 by 6, and P is equal to 4.75 under root Q. Regime flow equation V0 is equal to 10.8 into 2 by 3 into S raised to 1 by 3. And regime slope equation is that equation are derived, and that is the longer theory because we have to use only the equations. S is equal to F raised to 3 by 2 upon 4980 multiplied by R raised to 1 by 3. S is equal to F 5 by 2 3340 multiplied by Q raised to 1 upon 6. So the Q is equal to F raised to 5 by 3 upon 3340 into S raised to 6. Regime's cover depth R is equal to 0.47 into Q upon F raised to 1 by 3. That are the formulas of Lacies theory. Now we have to design an irrigation channel with the following data. Full supply discharge is 10 cubic, mean diameter of silt particle is equal to 0.33 mm, and slide slope is equal to 1.1 up gem 1, and we also find the bed slope of channel. So put the value of into the equation. One mean particle side diameter is given, so value of F is equal to 1.76 into 0.33 under root 0.33. So F value is 1, and V value is equal to Q into F square upon 140 raised to 1 by 6. So the value is 0.64 meter per second. A is equal to 10 by 0.64. 10 cubic area is equal to Q by V. So Q is 10 and V is equal to 0.64. So area is equal to 15.62 meter square. P is equal to 4.75 multiplied by under root 10. 4.75 under root Q is the formula. So Q value is 10. We have put 4.75 multiplied by under root 10. So P is equal to 15.02 meter. R is equal to 0.47 into under root 0.47 into 10 upon 1. So Q by F. Q by F raised to 1 by 3. That are the formula. So Q value is 10 and value is 1 is equal to 1.02 meter. S value is equal to 1 raised to 5 by 2 upon 3340 multiplied by Q raised to 1 by 6. So the value is 1 upon 4902. Right? That are the F raised to 5 by 2 3340 Q raised to 1 by 6. That are the formula for S. Now A is equal to B into D plus 0.5 D square. That are the formula of area. Put that value into that equation and we can get the value of D. Another equation we have to put because we have to compare both the equation and after that we can get the values. P is equal to B plus under root ID. So P value is also available 15.2 and D value we have to find out. So we have to put that values b in d as remain same in that equation, and by solving the both the equation by using the mathematical methods, and we can get the d and b value. D value is 1.21 and b value is 12.30 meter. Now another problem is that find the section and maximum discharge of channel with the following data. In that case, the base slope is 1 in 5000. Lacy shield factor is 0.95. From that data, we understand that that problem is solved by using the Lacy's theory. Side slope is 1 gem 1. So we have to use the Lacy's formula. We do not have to use the Kennedy's formula. So we are using the Lacy's theory. Design a lined channel carrying discharge 40 Qmax. That are the same data I previously put in that. So first we have to put the value of r into the v equations, velocity equations. So after that we can find out the another data. R is equal to a by p. A is equal to 1.785 d square and p is equal to 0.57 d. That is the fixed formula is given on the table. And that are the formula for circular section, right? If we have to design trapezoidal section, so we have to use this formula, another formula. If we have to design rectangular section, so we have to use the, another formulas. So based on the section, we have to design for the suitable channel section. In the LUL case, most of the channels are designed in the circular sections. So the area and perimeter is 0.75 into A by P is equal to 0.5 D. That are the common formulas that you are using in the wastewater engineering while we are using the sewer running half full. Right? Sewer running at half depth. At that time you are using these formulas. V is equal to 1 upon 0.225, like 1 upon n into r raised to 2 by 3 and s raised to 1 by 2. So s we have to convert into the decimal value, that are the fraction value. So 0.0002. R is equal to 0.5 d. Now we can get the equation 0.38 d raised to 2 by 3. We have available discharge. Q is equal to A into V. So Q value is available here. Put the value of A 1.785 d square into V is equal to 0.38 d raised to 2 by 3, and after that we can get the value of d raised to 8 by 3. So after finding the value of d, we have to find out the V, A and P by putting into the equation. That is the value of A, that is the value of P, and that is the value of V. That are the value of V. Put that value D into the equation and we can get the value. Now that may be some of the drawbacks of Lacy's theory. The concept of true regime is theoretical and cannot be achieved practically. We are previously discussed that, so we can skip this theory, and that comparison is given if you want to read. So you can read by pushing this video at that point. I hope you are enjoying these lectures and understanding the designing using the Lacy's and Kennedy's theory from the various examples. Thank you.